So I'm out here in the woodlands of Chester in what we can see as a winter wonderland. Look at all this lovely brown snow, and I'm on a mission to deliver Christmas cards, and one of the Christmas cards I've had to deliver was to Adrian, who joined me in Delamere. Wife was insistent I did it today, even though they're back in Romania for God knows how many days. Anyway, here I am. So today I want to talk about crashing, and I know I said ages ago that crash videos wind me up, and to an extent they do. I sort of mentioned about don't bother unless you've broken your arm, and this video is going to be full of crashes, my crashes and a few others, and none of them were serious. I think I've been quite lucky this year really, in that I have fallen off a lot. I've fallen off most rides, but none of them have been really that painful. Meow! I got licked by the bloodline. So to me, well, I guess to everybody, crashing is an integral part of mountain biking. It's not if, it's when. And it's something you just have to accept. If you ride a bike off-road, then you're going to crash. The majority of them are silly little offs. Occasionally you have a big off. But crashing you will, and crashing you do. That was one of Santa's elves there. I think he's been laid off because he didn't look very happy. Good God, everything's so slippy. This brown snow, it's something else. So the main type of crash I have is the silly slip-off. It's the one where the front wheel slides out, back wheel slides out. And this next selection is some of those that I managed to capture on camera. First up, we have Macclesfield Forest. And this one was gutting because I was having such a nice run. I was actually managing to get down the whole thing clean, and I was over the moon, and then some stupid little corner and boom, down I go. Apologies for lens wipes. Ah, bugger. Ah, it's going to happen at some point. Next, we have the Delamere Berm, where I went into it and the back wheel, that's this one here, you can tell that by the cogs, slid right round and put me on my arse. Yeah. Woo. Lady Bower, the lady boy off-piste. That was some special off-piste, that was. I crashed a few times. This one, however, is the one that came out on camera best. Oh, and there we go again, on the ground. Then there's Hebden Bridge, when Wonder Dog distracted me. Watch out, Wonder Dog's in the way. Hello, Wonder Dog. That was me. Oh, hurrah! And our final fun factor for this one was North Wales in the rain, making a video about how much fun it was riding when it was wet and slippy. And what happened? I fell off my bicycle. Got back on and fell off again, but that one's coming later. Cutting up the trails and everything else. Oh, Jesus! That's what happens when it's wet. As a side note to all this, whatever happened to all the fatties who, when first lockdown started, thought they had to get out and exercise and waddled around the paths, leaving litter, looking at their mobile phones while they're walking and all that stuff? Do you think that they now feel that they're doing their bit to protect the NHS by sitting at home watching Cash in the Attic and eating Pringles? Way to go, chubbers. Knew you wouldn't come out when it started raining. Of course, they aren't all mellow little lady lick crashes. Some of them do hurt, to varying degrees. And this next selection is the ones where I got an owie. First up is the Wet Wales ride again, and that ridiculous bloody North Shore woodwork. The irony is, I'd already been across this once and got across it fine, but I've messed up the video, so I went back up to film it again, giving away the secrets there. And on the second one, front wheel washed out, I went down, concussion time. Ow! Quite passionate, quite vocal. Oh, not again! Ow! That one bloody hurt. And here we are next at Oswestry on one of the steep tracks, and this one, a bunch of ladies had been watching me go down the bit above and maybe I was full of bravado, doing press-ups on the beach, all that sort of fun stuff. In I went, slipped, and my head got stuck between two trees, and by God did it hurt. Right, so, ow. Ooh. And here's some old footage. This is Wansfell Pike near Ambleside, and probably the first video I ever did where I tried to do any commentary. And I'd like to tell you that me talking put me off, but it didn't, because by this part of the hill I just reverted to swearing and stuff, and went down quite a techie section, went into the next bit, missed the corner, into a ditch, right off in front of some bloke, and I did an ouchie on my elbow. Oh, sorry mate. Oh yeah. Oh. Well, I was alright.
Oh, you went over the wall.
And finally, Parking Clough, which is near Ladyboy Reservoir again. And this trail is something else. I've seen a video of a mate Blower doing it years ago. Thought I'd have a go, and as we can see, it didn't go well. Now this one really did hurt. It looks like bugger all, and I know I moaned about my back, but the lasting owie I've got is my middle finger on my right hand. My fingering work is knackered now. Never mind. Oh God, no. Whew. That hurts me back. Jesus. Yeah, yeah. Almost forgot this owl crash. This one is from the recent Ambleside video where I spent a morning videoing. Woohoo! See, there's a near crash. Good God, that was slippy. Anyway, back to my point. When I was videoing my favourite trail, or favourite type of trail, and golly gumdrops, did this one hurt, and it made my phone go wonky doodle. So if I'm panting like an asthmatic Thomas the Tank Engine going up Gordon's Hill, it's because working through this bloody mud is hard work. This next selection is all from a single ride, and I don't know about the rest of you, but sometimes you can have a ride where everything seems to go wrong. No matter what you do, you can't stay on your bike. And this one was on Helvellyn back in April 2018 with the last of the snow melting off it, and it was slippy and it was evil, and it was the first time I met Sean. What a way to introduce him to the mountains there. What's the matter with me? That snow's a bit deep. Oh. Oh. Again. As you can see, what a jolly fun ride. Now, as well as crashes, there's also those near miss ones where, to all intents and purposes, you should have crashed but somehow you didn't, or you had a crash but landed in the softest surface ever. And these two next ones are both from a ride up near Keswick back in 2019. First one is just an insanely nice trail called Rig Beck. Hammering down it, front wheel caught, and I landed in the softest heather. There you go. Ow. Oh, bugger. And this one is earlier that same day, and it's on Whiteless Pike, and just watch my front wheel go here. My bottom, at least the opening part, shrank in diameter dramatically when this happened, let me tell you, I was shitting like a goldfish for days. Ooh. Can't believe I nearly missed this one out. Let's just call this one You Jammy Git Mark. Oh, you can get one of them for that. So obviously it's not just me who falls off my bike, everybody does. And I've been lucky enough to capture other people falling off their bikes as well. First up, Mark, fallen off twice on the same trail in Ebden Bridge. Oh dear. Yeah, take the high line up. Oh, yeah. Balls of the coop. Whoa.
God, what went?
That stick got you. And then that lovely lady bow ride as well. I mean, we all fell off so many times that day. It could have just been a video of crashes of that ride. But this one was an absolutely blinding one. And it was Sean down the slippiest banking ever.
It's not too bad.
You lying bastard. Oh, oh. And here's some footage from someone else, but it wasn't my camera. This is Tony up in the lakes, and God knows what happened, but he went rolling down the hill. Whoa! So my conclusion would be that crashes are to be revered. They're going to happen. So not just live with them, but enjoy them. I would say a lot of times when you go on a ride, it's the crashes that people have had that you'll remember rather than the lovely trail. It's the crashes that will get discussed for weeks after rather than the lovely trail. So just get on, get out there, grit your teeth, take the pain, because it's all good fun. Right, next video hopefully will be a proper ride rather than this disgusting brown snow. Adrian, if you're watching this, hope you like your Christmas card. Sorry about the mud on it. Sometimes you should just give up, shouldn't you, and go home.